Good morning, this is Duke. We're going to do my evening stretching exercises. They're all done on the floor. None of them are done standing up. You can see I have a pad that I lay down. I usually bring this with me when I travel. As like anything, sometimes I forget it. Anyway, I'm going to go through the routine. I will not spend a lot of time on each of the exercises due to time, but I will show you each of them. I start off on my knees. I sit back on my legs. It stretches the knees, it stretches the thighs. I go back on my hands and I lift up like this. Stretch those thighs, also stretches the arms. I do this a couple times. You can count from 20 to 30 seconds, and you can do it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's up to you. Then from there, I do one which is far more difficult for me, which I couldn't do at all, but which I can do now. And I still can't hold it very long, but you can do this. The whole idea is that you would actually be able to grab hold of your ankles. I used to be able to do it when I was younger and thinner, but it's a little bit harder now. Anyway, you do the same thing and you hold it for a count of 20 or 30. Do it 2 or 3 times. Then you go down on your stomach. It's called the cobra. You stretch back as far as you can. Throw your head back. Try to raise yourself without using your hands. Anyway, again, you do that 20, 30 seconds. You do it 2 or 3 times. Okay, then there's the neck exercises. You twist your neck. I'll do that facing forward so you can see. You turn your neck this way. Then after you do it for a count of 20 or 30 seconds, you come back and you resist by turning your neck back. But you hold on to it for 10 seconds, then you stretch it again. What it does is when you do that resistance, is it causes the muscles on the opposite side to relax, so that you can stretch your neck just a little bit further. That takes care of that. Now I can turn my mat a little. Hopefully you'll still be able to see me. Almost look terrible crawling around on the floor. Anyway, the next one is very simple. Reach down, stretch, do not bounce, point your toes. The goal is to touch your elbows to the ground. Pull back your toes. Again, I usually count 20 to 30 seconds. Could make it longer, it's really up to you. Anyway, I do that in 3 positions. I do it here because it allows me to go down a little bit further. Point the toes flat, and as wide as you can get them. You can either grab under here like this, point the toes, hold up like this. That takes care of that. Next thing, you want to do your neck. It's a different neck exercise. Like I said, we did this exercise here in the morning, and today we do this one here, and we do this. You pull down on your neck. Resist. Pull down on your neck again. I do this 3 times. That stretches the neck and the upper back here. The next one is this. Bring your leg in and you massage between your toes. You'll find a lot of tension there. Sometimes it pops. I keep massaging between my toes until all the pops go. Then also on both sides of the feet here. Then you grab your toes, or the whole idea is actually to be able to lock your hands on the bottom of your foot. I used to be able to do that too, but I can't do it now. And do that same thing to both sides. Massage the toes, side of the foot, reach here. Now, one exercise that I avoided for quite some time is called the plow. I'm not sure why it's called the plow, but it consists of throwing your feet over your head. Now, normally in a bigger environment, I would not do it this way, but it stretches your neck and your upper back, which is very hard to get to. You're supposed to be able to touch your feet to the floor, and those who are really flexible can touch their knees. But I just do the best I can. And I come up to this position, inverts all your internal organs, go back down again. Do this again. And I come down. Two last exercises, and we're done just like that. These are for the hips. Put my hands behind my head. Try to keep my arms flat on the floor. Cross over. And just stretch that hip. Really feels good. Give it to both sides. Again, 20 to 30 seconds. It's up to you. I'm shortening it right now. Then you pull your leg across like this. Your leg touches the ground, roll back a little. To the same count. Stretches different parts of the hips. That's why I have two different exercises for the hips. And that's the routine. You'll be done. And when I get a lot lighter, it'll be a lot easier to get up off the ground. Anyway, I'm Duke, and 4 Hour Fit. Hope you find this helpful.